Christians hide. Stand with me for the reading of God's Word. Joshua chapter 7, very familiar passage of Scripture, very familiar story. Things Christians hide. Say it with me. Things Christians hide. Look at somebody and tell them, what are you hiding?
What are you hiding?
But the children of Israel committed a trespass in the accursed thing. For Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zedai, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, took of the accursed thing, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against the children of Israel. Father, I pray today for your grace and your mercy. This hits home.
Yes,
Help us. I love your people. I pray that what is said will be received in the love that you've given it to me, for me first, and also for them. I pray that we will go deep into the channels of our heart and do business with you based on the reality of the truth of your word as they're spelled out here in this profound story. Give us ears to hear and a heart to receive and a mind to react. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
As you sit down and just look at somebody and ask them, are you hiding anything?
Are you hiding anything?
Now I want you to think within yourself without any laughter or grandeur.
Yes,
And ask the Holy Spirit to show you, am I hiding anything?
yes, Lord.
Is there something going on nobody else know about? And if they found out about it, they wouldn't want to sit by you. Have you been somewhere you ought not be going? Your eyes been glued in a computer screen with images that shouldn't be there. Do you have personal hatred in your heart for somebody? It should be your brother and sister. What do you hide? What has you took very deep in your heart? The truth be told, could be revealed. Was revealed the accursed thing. This is by far one of the most dramatic and yet problematic texts in the life of the ministry of Joshua. For he has taken on the task to move people from one place to another. That's an interesting task. When you're moving God's people from one place to the next. Yes. He's doing what he was taught. Moses, his predecessor, has meandered through the wilderness. Now he's going into promise. Just when you think you got it all under control, your children will show you something quite different.
Come on now.
Joshua 7:2 says he sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Bashan, with Haven, on the east coast, east side of Bethel. He spake unto them and said, go view the country. The men went up and viewed Ai. They returned to Joshua and said unto him, let not all the people go, but let about 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and smite Ai. Make not all the people to labor thither, for they are but a few. So there went up thither of the people about 3,000 men, and they fled before the men of Ai. And the men of Ai smote of them about 36 men, before they chased them from before the gate, even unto Shibboleth, and smote them in the going down. Wherefore the hearts of the people melted, became as water. As a leader, we lead people with the anticipation of conquering and winning anything of life. because we're teaching you. I heard this new concept here lately where folks say they are a life coach. You're going to help coach you through life. Joshua is encouraged to battle because God has proven to be with him. The walls of Jericho came down. They came down. They came down. After the walls of Jericho come down, you would think you could do anything. Of course. God literally took those walls with the thunder of praise and smashed them down. They went in, saved Rahab and her family, and they conquered. Jericho was bigger than Ahai. Ahai seemed like a little manhole. But when God is not happy,
Wow.
I don't care how big you are, how powerful you are, he'll take the smallest thing that you think you can just conquer
Jesus.
and turn it against you.
Yeah.
Because if God be for you, he's more than the world against you.
Come on now.
But you don't think of the flip of that. If God is not for you, I don't care who it is
Wow.
that's against you, they're going to win.
Wow.
And sure enough, what looked like an easy victory, what looked like something that shouldn't have took a lot of effort, brought defeat. Joshua does something that is monumental. Every preacher should pray. Every layperson should pray. But it ain't praying time now. But yet he wants you to pray. And there come a time, as much as we might not like it, you got to get up from praying and you got to look people in the eye.
Yes, Lord.
You got to talk to them. I had a conversation with my brother. It's between me and him, but I had a conversation with him. And a much needed conversation. There come a time when you got to stop praying and you got to go into action.
Yes.
There come a time when you got to stop praying and you got to move in action.
Yes.
Many of us already know, but yet we need a prayer to get us through. No, God said, get up. Joshua's down here crying, verse 10. He's crying before the Lord. In Joshua 7 and 10, he's crying. The Lord says, get up. Get up. Just get up. Get up. What are you on your face for? This ain't the time for that. Israel have, say it with me,
Sin.
they sinned.
Yeah.
Now, granted, on his behalf, he doesn't have a clue what has happened. All he knows is I'm moving the people forward. And this has happened. We've suffered defeat, so he's praying. And God says, you get up right now. I believe all over the world there's preachers on their face crying, and God is looking at them saying, you need to get up and fix this mess.
Okay.
You need to get up and get to that congregation, go to that board. I don't care if they fire you. You need to fix this mess. There are people all over the country, all over the known world. They steady trying to cry, get a prayer through. And God said, you need to get up. Sin. Sin is in the camp. They have transgressed my covenant. How are you expecting to lift hands to me and they can't be holy? Because who have sinned is a representation of the, say, family. Family. They're a representation of the family. They transgressed the covenant, my word. And because he have wrought folly in Israel. Israel have sinned. So he says, you got to be careful. Now, we have 2 to 3 million people as best we know. And out of all of that, we got to find who it is. What a task. Your victory is at a halt. Your life has come to a standstill because you got to deal with this before you can go any further. How many people still trying to sing and they haven't stopped to deal with stuff? Still trying to dance and won't deal with the issue. Still trying to go on like the business as usual. There's some things you can't just go over. You can't shout over them. You can't pretend. Now they all set up this tribunal, and what the Lord says is, I want you to bring them all. They set up a tribunal with the elders and the heads of the family. They get up there, and they're going to march all these people through by tribe. And as they march them through, God is going to pick out the one where the problem is. That's interesting for 1 million plus people. By now we believe it's close to 2 million.
Yeah.
How are you going to dig out one out of 2 million people?
Come on now.
We recently had a scare in America where one man was sending packages.
Yeah.
And they went to searching to find that one.
Mm-hmm.
And the technology and the means by which they did it is just astounding.
Yeah.
They were able to find him.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God they did.
Yes,
And
yes,
put a
Lord.
stop to at least that madness.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
But we live in a society where we arrest one and 20 more show up
Yeah.
with the same fervor. He says, I want you to march these people through, and it shall be, verse 15, that he that is taken with the accursed thing, God's judgment is going to fall. He's going to be burned with fire. He and all that he had. Why? He's transgressed the covenant of the Lord. And he has wrought, there's that word folly again, in Israel. Sin is described here in 5 ways. One particular is breaking covenant, breaking faith with God. Another one is transgressing God's covenant, which is outrageous. It's totally against God. And then we will see the troublesome results. The troublesome results. As they march these folks through, and the tribe of Judah is taken, the tribe of Judah, the praising tribe, the people you would think were so caught up in praise, it's trouble in them. So the tribe of Judah is narrowed down, and we're marching. While all this is going on, the guilty one knows he's the guilty one.
Mm-hmm.
He's standing there saying nothing. He's holding up the progress of everybody trying to hide what he thinks nobody knows. But by now he knows, God knows, because Israel has lost the war. Their forward progress has come to a halt. And now we got this tribunal going on where they're marching all these tribes around, and they were doing it in order. So Judah ranks not at the top. All these people are marching through, and this man is sitting here watching this happen. He ain't saying nothing. What do you think is going on while all of this is happening? Somebody said mercy.
Mercy.
This is your chance to say something, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is your opportunity to come clean. You can stop this right now. You can put an end to this and we can move forward. If you just come clean. What was so hidden in his heart bound him to secrecy until he just pointed out. Achan is revealed, and his encounter with sin is not going to be enjoyed for long. And I'm just sure he thought some gratification would come from what he hid in his heart, what was hidden. What a secret sin. It's true of him, it's true of many people. Maybe unable to sound of my voice. But beyond our pretty clothes and suits, only God knows, tucked deep down in your heart. Only God knows what's deep down in there. I love what I see.
Yes,
But we can control what's seen based on who we want to see.
Lord.
what we want to receive. See, I don't have to show you my lust, because you ain't the kind of people to see that. I don't have to show you my animosity and hatred for someone. I can just have it in my heart. You don't even know I'm looking at them, but I don't like them. You don't even have to know that while I'm here clapping them, I can't stand them. Look at somebody and tell them I can't see it. This is why I need the Holy Spirit of God to move in you.
Yes. Amen.
That's what frightens me more than what I see.
Yes.
Wigs look nice, hair do look nice, earrings look nice, suit look nice, tie look nice. You look so good, but it's what I can't see that drives me to tears right now.
Thank you, Lord
It's
God.
what I can't see and don't know unless the Holy Spirit show me.
Okay.
That makes me preach what I'm preaching today.
Yes.
What's hidden. And it's amazing what Christians hide.
Yes.
Achan is a member of the family. God has promised to bless us. We don't need to deviate from anything God said when He's already promised to give us everything we need.
Amen.
He said, I'll make you the head and not the tail. I'll bless you going in and you're coming out. He has promised to give us the good of the land. He said, if you be willing and obedient, you'll eat it, you'll have it.
Amen.
Achan is revealed. And I just want to answer or ask a question. How? How? How could something so destructive look so good? How could something so bad look so right? How could it look so right for you to sit here with what's in your heart? How could it look so right? You don't decide to do anything about it. Well, in order to get Eve to eat, it has to look good. It has to. I got to get her to look at it how good it looks. I got to get her fixed on not the price, just how good it is.
Yes.
Because you husbands know when it look good enough, the price don't matter. These women want it. Amen?
Come on now.
Come on, brothers, say amen.
Come on now.
When it look good enough, they want it. They don't care what it costs, they just want it. Something about it, I don't know, just something about it, you know. Me and the brother was talking about certain types of shoes out there. There's certain types of just like, man, just want them. They look nice. I already got 10 pair, but something about it, you know. When it look that good, you want it, don't it?
Yes.
And when you get captivated in the eye, like Eve did, and get to thinking about it,
Yes.
what it's like to hold it, what it's like to taste it. And the next thing you know, she's eating. Not knowing to realize you were told that after you eat of this, your eyes are going to be open.
Yeah.
The devil do not shortchange him. And I'm not glorifying him, but I'm just making you aware of what is so prevalent.
Yes.
The devil has the ability
Yes.
to make what is bad look so good to the point you want it. He has the ability to make that loan look so good and you know you can't handle it. But you want it so bad.
Yes, Lord.
He has the ability to make that garment look so good.
Yes, Lord.
God told you stay away from it. Romans 6:23 said the wages of sin is death,
Yes, it is.
but the gift of God is eternal.
Yeah.
Which tell us, you know, sin does pay off. It has a payday. But God's gift is eternal.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you, why would you think God would take Joshua through such a process to identify who's the guilty one? This is a long, drawn-out process. We got to march every tribe through this tribunal. They set up a great riser, like a pulpit, and all the elders and Joshua sitting on this pulpit, and he's going to march every tribe, family by tribe, in that order, through, until God said that's the one. Now, every representative of the tribe got to march through. Now, all the families. So when they get down to Judah, they start marching. All of the tribe of Judah and the representative of Judah. The Lord said, that's it. Now, every family in the tribe of Judah got to march through. And everybody is on pins and needles because there's a guilty one somewhere that won't say a word. God knew who had sinned. He knew where the stuff was. We saw God at other times reveal sin to his servants. God knows the what, when, who, and how. Yeah. Didn't he send Nathan to David and said, man, you the man. I ain't talking about you the man in swag either. You the man. Think you can have anything you want. You want somebody else with you lamb. You got a whole herd of lambs. You the man. Yeah, you the man. Look at somebody and tell them, you the man. Yeah, you the man. Yeah. You the man. You the man. He revealed it, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Showed him up.
Yes.
As I think of how long this process takes to get to Achan and how quiet he is, I can't help but think about my oldest brother, Eugene. Here, raise your hand. This is my oldest brother. I love him. But I fought him for this. When we were living in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he worked. We were all kids. And somebody took, was it 75 cents? You remember that? Come on, tell it, man. Shake the devil. 75 cents. He could have kept quiet. He had a job, made big money. He worked construction then. Remember that? Yeah. All right, thank you. I was wondering. 75 cents somebody took. Rather than him keep quiet over 75 cents, he told Daddy. Now there's 6 kids. Daddy ain't gonna have no teeth in the house. Not Eugene Wiley. He didn't play that. So we all gotta come to the table. 6 of us come to the table trembling because Daddy crazy. You're not getting away with that. And when he sat us to the table, he got the Bible, he got the basement, he gonna direct us to. We know what's about to go down. It wasn't pretty. He sat us to the table and said, who stole it? Nobody said nothing. Oh, Lord, this is not good. Nobody says nothing. And he says again, I'm going to give you one more chance. I know what that meant. Sister Mandy, I'd rather die. I know what that meant. He said it again. I'm going to give you one more chance. Who took it? Nobody says nothing. He said, all y'all go in the basement. I'm like, oh, no. Everybody. Folks, the basement at 2508 West Haddon Street in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19132 was no joke. The neighbors heard what we got in the basement. Y'all laughing, but that was a serious moment. And now I'm preaching about it. He marches all in the basement while he's sitting to the table. I couldn't hit him. Now we're about to get a beating over his 75 cents, and I ain't stole it. Now, I have to admit, I don't mind. I mean, I do mind, but if it was a whipping I'm getting because of something I did, that's fine. But I'm about to get a whipping for something I didn't do. Come on now. But yet, whoever did it wouldn't say nothing, and boy, he started. He got JoJo. He got Benny. Then he beat Ruthie. He sent all of them upstairs. Now he working on 4 more big boys. Now he gonna really get on us because in his mind he believes it's amongst us. So he starts. He gets on me. He goes through all 3 of us, and finally, by the time he found out who that one is, and I'm not going to tell you who he is, but when he found out who he was, it wasn't me. He really laid in on him. Because you done made everybody get a whipping but you. When all you had to do was fess up and be a man. You was a man when you stole it. You should have been a man and own up to it. Now all of us mad at him. I wanted to whip it too. Yeah, Daddy, let me get a lick. You done made me get a whipping over 75 cents. Because Eugene Wiley wasn't having no teeth. What we just laughed about is the same way God feels. I'm not having no teeth in my house. I take care of my children. Hey, what are you doing? Look, Israel has come to a halt and is watching the people being narrowed down to Achan. Don't you think that they're casual about this? No, this is no laughing matter. I'm telling you, as we were sitting to that table and my daddy was saying, all right, y'all better say something, I'm going to whip you all. You know how them old folks was. They whipped all y'all till they found out who it was. He wasn't going to let us sleep, and I was tired. Oh, Lord. Nobody said nothing. Do you not think there was a serious mode? We were sitting at that table crying. Whoever said it, please, whoever did it, tell them you did it. This man's going to beat all of us. And he beat us all. But when he found out who it was, oh my soul, he got in on him. Because he was willing to be quiet and let his sisters and brothers get a whipping. In our younger days, I think Mariah wasn't born yet, but Michael did something. And I got a belt, get him. And Michael deserved a whipping for what he did. I can't remember what it was, but I wanted to get him. And Marcus was so tenderhearted with them little eyes. He jumped up crying and grabbed, said, beat me instead. I couldn't beat Michael. He wanted to take his whipping. I don't think he'll do that. But he was so tenderhearted. He could not stand to see his brother get a whipping for whatever he justly deserved. I don't even remember what he did now. But whatever it was, when Marcus did that, and I mean his eyes, Brother Steve, he was crying and he grabbed, beat me instead, beat me. And I thought, how could a boy love his brother so much? He's willing to take his whipping. And I knew then I had to preach that. I said, Michael, somewhere, Mom, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
Game over.
I couldn't do it. You see the difference with Achan, though?
Yes.
Achan could have came up like Marcus and said, don't beat him. Don't get him, God.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah.
That mercy could have probably brought him another chance.
Amen.
What Marcus did taught us something about brothers and sisters that go down in the history books, because real love will make you want to take all the blame so that others don't have to suffer. A real mother will take the blame so her children don't have to suffer. Real fathers take it so that they don't have to suffer.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Lord.
Thank you, Lord God.
Oh, yeah.
This is instilling, somebody say healthy fear. This is healthy. It's good. Everybody's going to know to fear God. God ain't to be played with. We came with an AI, and now we got to bring all these people through, and when we find the guilty one, God has already told us we're going to bite him. So somebody's waiting to get it. It'll make us all suffer. We've lost fear in America and in the church.
Amen.
To the point Christians come with the most dirty and stuff hidden. It ain't visible because we'd say something. If we knew you was that lustful, we'd have prayer meeting fast.
Yeah.
Maybe even have some revival, a spell, kind of something. If we knew what was deep down in there, we would do something. You have to hide it. So we don't know it's there, so the blessings of God is held up because you got something hidden that ought to not be hidden, because the wages of sin is death. I got to pay you for what you've done. But the gift of God, look at somebody tell them, I want gift. I want the gift. I want the gift. I want that which God gives. Holiness becomes the house forever. Oh, Lord. It's the gift of God that brings us to eternal life, not sin. Sin will always bring you to a screeching halt.
Yeah. Thank you, Lord God.
This was a chance for Achan to come forward to a loving, merciful God. We know God is merciful.
Yeah.
David should have died and God spared him. Saul should have died and God spared him. And David said, don't you touch God's anointed. I ain't going to touch him neither. There come a time when you can experience the mercy of God even though judgment is right for you. And there's people in this room and in the sound of my voice, even this little preacher that is talking, that know there's time that God could have in his judgment ended me, but he gave me another chance, because you got to be willing to confess. The Bible says if we're willing to confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us of all our sin and cleanse us from all unrighteousness. Nobody knew but God and Achan. Some would think this is harsh. But he had an opportunity. Because the Bible said the Lord is not slack concerning his promise,
Come on now. Come on now.
as some men count it,
Yeah.
but he's long suffering. Do you not see how long God tolerated his silence? While all these people are marching up, he sitting back there quiet. While we all sitting at that table, that one brother and I was sitting there quiet, saying nothing. No wonder Daddy dismissed us and really worked with him. I need you to work with him too.
Yeah.
Because there's something wrong with your heart.
Yes.
There's something terribly wrong with your heart
Yes.
when you're willing to let people suffer. And you're willing to bring people to such devastation.
Yeah.
And you the cause of it. And you won't stop.
Wow.
Yes.
Some hard-hearted, mean people in the earth. I've met people with all kind of religious garments and all that. Just as mean and hateful stuff hidden in their heart. Got over the fact that God is using somebody and not using them. Ain't got over the fact that they're not where they thought they should have been at. Ain't got over the fact that life has dealt them what it's dealt them. Ain't got over all kind of stuff they should have got over and trusted God for. And they got buried in their heart. So much jealousy, meanness, animosity, hatred. And if you're not careful, you'll be sitting here while we're having all this passion about one another in service, and there can be something hidden in your heart that ought to not be there. But if you get God in your heart, he'll drive that hatred out. If you get God in your heart and let him rule and reign in the affairs of your heart, he'll drive that lust out. If you get God in your heart, he'll give you the blessing you need so that you can be who you need and not be bothered by what somebody else got. And when you see something that don't belong in your tent, you won't be taking it and burying it like Achan did. You won't care how good it looks. You won't care how good it smells. You won't care how good it sounds. I want what God wants me to have, because what God has for me, it is for me. And the blessing of the Lord maketh rich and adds no sorrow. Look at somebody, tell them I'm blessed, and I know I am. And hey, hallelujah. Woo.
Yes, sir.
Give me a minute.
Preach,
Give me a minute.
Yes, Lord.
All this time, Achan is quiet,
Thank you, Lord.
and the shift is going on.
Yeah.
It's shifting. They brought the household, verse 18, man by man. And Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zeruiah, he was taken. Now we zero in on him, and Joshua looks at him like a pastor and says, Achan, my son, give, I pray thee, glory to the Lord,
Yes.
God of Israel, and make confession to him. Tell me now what thou hast done. Hide it not from me.
Yeah.
You got to look a Christian in the eye and tell him that. Yeah. Because you won't voluntarily tell me what's going on in your heart.
Yeah.
We'll give the surface. It's okay to get that stuff on the surface.
Yes, Lord.
But it's getting deep. It's getting down in there. Where we see bitter. We see envy. We see strife. We see a competitive mind. God ain't got to say competing. I'm not competing with all these other preachers that preach here. I just happen to be the preaching pastor here. But I'm not in no competition with nobody.
Yeah.
Amen.
We're not called to be competitive.
Amen.
We're called to be kingdom-minded.
Amen.
Yeah.
God has not called you to nitpick and have hatred in your heart. Give glory to the Lord.
Yes, Lord.
Make confession. Tell me what you have done. Hide it not from me. Achan by now know he's caught. So he comes clean. Now you want to talk. You ever watch them shows where the guys, you know, they don't want to talk to the cops, and then when they find out they got certain evidence on them, now they want to talk. Now they want to talk. Achan said, indeed I have sinned. What? This is what we've been waiting to hear. Now, Achan says, I've sinned. I've sinned against the Lord. Thus and thus have I done. I saw among the spoils a goodly Babylonish garment. He saw a worldly garment that caught his eye. What was it? A short skirt or shorts or something? What was it? Come on now, y'all. I mean, what was it? What was it? What was it so attractive? When God said destroy it all.
Yes.
What looks that good that you can't overlook how something look?
Come on now.
Come on.
Yes.
Single brothers, single ladies,
Mm-hmm.
nothing looks that good, does it?
Yes.
Not when you're willing to wait on God.
Yes.
Folks, the illegitimate way to gain and financially advance ourselves don't look that good. The headache that come with it ain't worth it, is it? I don't want to be up all night trying to figure out who done found out I done swindled them out of $1 million. No. But yet we got corporate CEOs who have robbed and vandalized people's accounts, and they can't lose sleep. They can't sleep good. Oh, they enjoying all kind of lifestyle, yeah. But they have no real inner peace because they back in their mind, they're trying to figure out who's going to figure out what I did. And they're being discovered left and right, ain't they?
Yes.
You can go online and find them, boy, oh, man, left and right, they're being, deception is being discovered.
Yes.
Just recently, the county had to fire an employee that was stealing money. They don't know how long. Stealing money. That little secret she kept hidden until she got caught. And what do most of our thieves do? They get comfortable getting away with it until they keep doing it. And next thing you know, they caught. Embarrassed. Anything you caught. Might as well come clean now. I saw a Babylonian garment. Don't forget the 100 shekels, silver. A wedge. not a lump, a wedge of gold.
Yeah.
I was about to get paid.
Come on now.
A wedge of gold.
Yes.
That's what no little trinket here now, you know.
Come on now.
Like them guys out in California shifting through the sand and find no, he got a wedge of gold. Good little brick. Man, I'm about to get
Can't let this go.
boy, I'm about to get paid here. 50 shekels by weight.
Yeah.
I coveted them. Yeah, you sure did.
Mm-hmm.
I took them
Get it.
and I hid them in the earth,
Yes.
in my tent,
Mm.
which is a reflection of his heart.
Yes. Mm.
By now, it's clear that he's run out of mercy.
Yes.
He's only talking because he's called.
Mm.
My message to you today is, while we yet have mercy,
Mm-hmm.
we need to talk.
Amen.
While we yet have mercy,
Mm.
we need to talk.
Yeah.
And I don't need you to judge me. And I don't need to be judging you. But we got to get that mess out of our heart
Yes.
before God does. You got to get it out your heart.
Amen. Yeah.
You got to get it out your heart.
Yes.
You got to get it out your heart
Lord.
before God does.
Thank you, Lord God.
Get it out your heart.
Yes.
I beg you.
Mm.
Get it out your heart
Thank you, Lord.
before God does. Because if God has to do it,
Yeah.
he might not do it so pretty.
Come on now.
He might not do it with mercy. He might do it in judgment and wrath. And it will be embarrassing. It will be hurtful. And Channel 4 will love to talk about it because they don't like us anyway. And they'll be more than glad to put me in the news, you and anybody else that name the name of Christ. Deal with it now! Now!
Thank you, Lord God.
Now is the acceptable day.
Yes, Lord.
Now.
Thank you, Lord God.
This is the time to be honest and true.
Yes.
Without hype and glamour, this is the time before God has to deal with it. This is the time now!
Yes, Lord.
Because I'm telling you, I've learned Christians are hide. They will hide. They will hide. From the surface, you would think this man is broken, but really he isn't. The true sign of brokenness would think he would say something before
Right.
all of this comes to this. And it's sad to admit, secret sins got a way of showing up in some of the most saddest ways. We didn't know preachers was homosexual. We didn't know preachers was taking little kids. We didn't know people would do it, some of the stuff they would do. We didn't know they had a deeper struggle that was leading them to that. And nobody wanted to help them. And because church is so phony. Church is so phony. I'll say it again. Church has become so phony that people come with all kind of stuff hidden very deep in their heart, and nobody really get any kind of help, because for the first part, we don't want nobody to think we got a problem. We caught up in this deception with the white suit on and the pretty tie and shoe. Nobody think you're bleeding inside. Nobody think that you dare can have a problem. I was talking with one brother that was dealing with his lust, and I wanted him to realize it's good you're willing to come clean and talk to us. We didn't judge him. We didn't condemn him. We circled around him with love, and we gave him some fortifying steps to help secure his foundation in Christ so that he don't have to give in to that. See, the problem is, and I hear it so many times, people have gone to people, even their pastor, and now it becomes the message. He's up throwing off on them. Folks, it's one thing to preach and help people, and it's another thing for somebody to bring you what's going on deep in their heart in confidence, and you get up and air it out like you didn't even care regarding the fact they were willing to share their heart. There's people in this room that have said some devastating stuff to me that never went nowhere else, and I never attacked them over the pulpit. But what they had is a word that would help them in their dilemma. You know the difference between the two. Church is so phony now. Aiken can't say, look, y'all, I got a problem with looking at stuff and I want what I see. I got a problem with that. I need help before we get over here, y'all. If somebody could have helped me before I got to AI and helped me to realize that I don't have to have everything that I want, if somebody could have got a hold of me and helped me to get over this problem, maybe this problem wouldn't have manifested itself like I'm only talking. Amen. But if we keep being our Sunday happy, good-looking folks and go on about our business, what's hidden, Satan love. He loves it. You hear me? He loves what we hide. Because while it's hidden, he's able to play with it. And don't he play with toys? He'll tickle that thing till it come on up and do what it do. He'll tickle that thing until you just have to have it and go in for it and do it. He'll tickle that desire to the next thing you know, you're not just looking at a fruit, it's in your hand, eat, and you're eating. You're taking it to your husband, and now he got to eat too, so the judgment won't come totally on her, but it will come on him, because a good man will do that. Well, you got two ultimatums here today. You can either come clean, or you can get caught. It's either two. No pretty way to end this one. I'm sorry. It's either two ways you can either come clean, or you can act like what most people do. We'll sit here and act like this ain't for me. It's for the brother 2 rows down. Yeah, that's why we laugh. It ain't for me. It's for somebody else. He's in my heart. I'm all right. You know how self-righteous we are. I'm good. Good shoes, big Bible, big leather case, big tie, big robe, all that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm fine. That's for her. I'm glad she's here. Wow. Look at somebody tell me, I'm glad you're here too. I'm glad you're here too. You're self-righteous. There's only 2 things you can do with this. Yes, Lord. You can either come clean or get caught. Amen. What do you want to do? Thank you, Lord God. By the time you speak up, he has no other choice but to speak up. Yes. God sure know how to let you hit bottom though. Come on now. He's on his way to a promise. Yes. And that wasn't enough. He had to have some Babylonian stuff on the way. Come on, you're on your way to a promise. You're on the way to something God has for you. Tell me that's not enough. Folks, God has promised to take us into a land flowing. This is just temporary. He's taking me where it's flowing at. Do you not think there was gold over there? Over yonder in that great glory land, do you not think there was some honey over there? And I don't care what you get in, honey never spoil, honey never change. It's still honey. Somebody say amen. I feel like preaching in here. No matter where you go, if God's before you, he's going to bless you. So you don't need to pick up nothing along the way. All you need to do is By the time he speak up, he ain't got no other choice. God had already instructed them that Achan had disobeyed the word of God. They were warned about the rebellion would cost them dearly. What he did was willful, intentional, and presumptuous. People don't just fall into sin. They make a decision. They fall by way of choices. You made a choice to do what you do and to go where you go. And even with all of the warnings, remember Lost in Space, warning, warning. I went over somebody. Robot used to say, warning, warning. Danger. Will Robinson, danger. You done had them sirens going off in your head. You kept going anyway. While those sirens were going off, he does nothing. David set himself up in prayer. In Psalms 19:13, he said, keep back thy servant from presumptuous sin. Let them not have dominion over me. Don't let me presume to do something, jump over it. Because you know, if you give into them things that come into your mind, oh, come on, can't we just say we're glad we don't give into what come into our mind? Come on, man. Ain't we glad we don't give into everything that comes? Because you know your mind is, the heart is desperately wicked.
Come on now.
Yeah, you can get up off of praying, speaking in tongues 10 hours, and still a dirty thought come in your mind. Come on, don't look at me like we all that movie. You get up in there and Satan will come right there with a bad thought. You can be changing the channel, watching the news, and the next thing you know, this commercial come on. What in the world they got to do? They selling hot dogs, but they got something there selling a hot dog. They got nothing to do with no hot dog, and you wondering, I wasn't looking for this. And they just trying to sell a hot dog, but they know what catches the eye. David said, keep back thy servant. Folks, this has to be your prayer. This has to be your mode of operation. Lord, keep me from evil. Psalms 5 is my start of the day. Yes. Hear my cry, oh God. Amen. Help me. How's your prayer life concerning this? David said, Lord, I need you not to let them have dominion over me. Then I'll be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression. What is the great transgression? It's to go against what you said. That's great, folks. No matter how small or great you might think it is. To Achan, it looked like a small thing to get a little bit of this stuff. All that stuff, he just got a little bit of it. God said, don't touch any of it. The Lord told us in our method of instruction to pray, said, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from what? Evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. This is the established way we've been called to operate. Folks, it's time we have to realize there's no sin that we can commit that given the right opportunity and circumstances, we don't have to give into. But if given the right, we can do the unthinkable. Wow. There's a couple of ways you need to pray. Lord, guard my soul. Keep my heart. Yes. Keep us from taking steps. Yes. Keep us from thinking that moves us from you. What's happening in Achan's heart is happening in many of ours. He was committing this sin because there was this sense of justification. We find these ways to justify things, don't we? We find these ways where really it's just denial. We go against God. It's just another way of hiding something. Achan did what he did because he felt it was okay to do it in his mind. And it made him feel he could do such a thing and get away with it. I think number one, a couple of steps forward. He was not satisfied with what God had provided. As if to say God was not enough. I don't think he was. Because if he'd been satisfied with Jesus and Jesus alone, this Babylonian stuff wouldn't be so attractive to him. This is why discontentment is no small matter. Discontentment is no small matter to take lightly. Watch this, Philippians 4:11. Paul said, not that I speak in respect of one, for I've learned in whatsoever state I'm in to be content. If we don't find contentment in what things we have and what God has given, we'll find ourselves scratching to go after stuff we shouldn't go after. Then the next thing you know, you're doing like Achan. You're hiding what you ought not be even looking at. Shouldn't even be attractive to you. The command from God was don't even regard this stuff. You kill it all. The only people they were allowed to save in their stuff was Rahab and her family, her stuff. That's it. Everything else is destroyed. Number two, I think Achan felt he was entitled to these things. And as ministers and as Christians, after we've lived for God so long and been broke all these years, we get this false sense of entitlement, like I'm deserving my day. You know, I deserve my day, so now I deserve to be blessed in an ungodly way. And that, I deserve to be blessed, so I'm going to get it. Achan had a false sense of entitlement. I don't know how many preachers have had this false sense of entitlement. They felt like they've suffered and did things for the gospel, and now this payday's supposed to come. Folks, whether you ever get a payday or not, you better be faithful to what God has said. It's a false sense of entitlement. Who in the world think they're entitled to go and lay with somebody else's wife? You know that's jacked up. That's a false sense of entitlement. You don't take what don't belong to you. You don't swindle a church out of their money. I just saw a pastor. He's up for stealing $2 million from a church. He had a false sense of entitlement, like I deserve this. No, you don't. A false sense of entitlement will get you in trouble. Boss don't give you a raise, so you start stealing on the job. It's pens now. It'll be dollars next week. Just say ouch. It ain't nothing but just a little something, something. They did me wrong. I should have had that position. I fixed them. Now we start making long distance phone calls on their time. Doing stuff you know is going to cost them for your personal gain. You're stealing. He had a false sense of entitlement. That will get anybody in trouble, especially a preacher. Get your head all mixed up like you deserve something. At the end of the day, we're all called to be servants. Well, let me give you this. Sometimes after doing for others, and after we've worked hard, we feel we deserve some things. But that's where it gets dangerous. Number three, I also think that God's restrictions did not make sense for Achan. This is good. God restricted them. And they didn't make sense to him. That's why he did what he wanted to do. Proverbs 14:12 said, there is a way that seemed right. Why did he do it? It seemed right to him. But the end thereof, and those of you who are familiar with that story, Achan is going to be burned, all of his stuff, all of his family. Now his wife and his children, those there, whether they do it or not, they all going to be dragged to the same pit with him. So now your sin has cost everybody. He only alluded to instant gratification. Hear me, brothers and sisters. Instant gratification was important to him only. He alluded instant gratification. The future was not important. Just a quick satisfy right now. Let me get this stuff. So he felt rich for what? A day? The next day we go into AI. God's going to pull the cover on you, man. So now you got all this wealth in your possession just for a moment. You're about to die. Jesus told that man, you're going to die, and whose stuff this going to be now? You coveted it all these years. When you die, somebody else going to get it. They're going to bury you. They're going to weep for a minute, and then they're going to go to the bank. Well, Moses chose rather to suffer with the people. He said, I'd rather suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy. Look at it. There's a pleasure. There's a pleasure in it. But it lasts only for a season. A season. My baby sister, I love to tell this story. It's been a while since I told it. She had a beautiful friend named Ronnie. Beautiful girl. I used to sit at lunch with them, and I just cherished Ronnie. She was pretty, nice girl. She was too pretty for anybody. Well, one day she got pretty enough for somebody, and they talked Ronnie into following them to a hotel in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That beautiful young girl that was just as fine as wine and knew it. She went to the hotel with this guy. Did what people do when they sneak away and go to a hotel. Ain't supposed to be there. See, you get married, you go to a house. Ain't no fear in that. Ain't no shame in that. But when you're sneaking around, you got to go to them hotels. They tell them. Well, she got there. They did what they do in hotels. Woke up the next morning, he's gone. But he stayed long enough to get her pretty lipstick she was putting on her face and write on the mirror, welcome to the world of AIDS. Rhonda lost her mind. I wish I could tell you that was a made-up story, but that's Rhonda. I knew Rhonda. My sister's friend, beautiful girl. Everybody kept telling me, you're beautiful. Nobody told her to keep yourself until God send you a good godly man that won't give you AIDS and write on the mirror, welcome to the world. It made news all over Philadelphia. You wrote on the mirror, that's bold. Welcome to the world of AIDS. And he laughed. What sick, demented man do that? Somebody probably did it to him. You know, back in the early days, they didn't have pills to suppress it. People go around spreading it like crazy. I was working at Tree of Life. You know how that cesspool of mess was. A young man who was a drug dealer came to me and wanted me to go pray for his brother that was dying at Flagler Hospital because he in his drug-stupid life was going around sleeping with everybody. He got AIDS, and when he got AIDS, the word is he gave it to as many as he could before he died. You beautiful young ladies, y'all look at me. Mariah, Kalani, this is your morning. I love you to death. You're beautiful young girls. I wouldn't preach like this if it didn't matter. But you matter to me. Boys, you matter to me. You go out here and play if you want to, though. There's somebody willing to write on the mirror of your life and say, welcome, join the crowd. We'll love to have you because misery loves company. The wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal. He knew the consequences. Would he still have done it? If he knew he's about to die for this, would he still have done it? If he knew God really meant what he said and he's going to come crashing down on you and your family, would he still have done it? I think deep within his mind, he really thought he was going to get away with that. I think my brother, while he had us sit to the table, there was this sin got a way of blocking you to the truth, to the point you just think you got it going on and you can get away with stuff. And I really believe he sat there to the table thinking he could get away with that. But he couldn't. And you can't either, and I can't. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man sow, that will he also reap. He saw it, he coveted with an intense desire what was forbidden. He took it, then he hid it. What's the title of the message? Things Christians have. We're sitting in here and we're looking at Achan and we're saying, poor Achan. But I'm looking at you and I'm just wondering what you got hidden. Are you a player and we don't know it? Are you a playgirl and nobody know it? If you got something going on that we can put on the screen that would make you an embarrassment, get up here and walk out because God is revealing to you, is that you? Are you the next pedophile we got to worry about? What's hidden? Come on. Let's deal with it before God has to deal with it. Let's bring it out. Let's bring our hearts to the altar. Let's get before God and say, Almighty God, help me, create in me a clean heart and renew the right spirit in me.
Yes, Lord.
Do I got something in my heart ought to not be?
Glory to your name, Lord God.
Because I'm telling you, God's mercy
Yes.
is that.
Oh, yes.
But before mercy run out, you are called to deal with your wicked heart.
Yes.
Well, the same thing happened in the garden. They saw it, they coveted it, they took it, they hid it, they ate it. We will be faced with sin's progression. You'll see stuff. You can't help but see it. I don't care how safe you try to be. You can turn the cable off, turn the internet off. You still going to see something you ought not see. Satan going to make sure you see it. You can't hold them holy eyes on holiness with so much. You go to work, you go to witness, you go to Walmart. You mind your business, just doing your own thing. I'm driving all over the place, and everywhere I turn, sin shows up.
Yes.
You see it, but you don't cover it. You don't cover it. You don't take it, and you certainly don't hide it. Sure enough, Joshua sent them back to the tent. Dig up his tent. Let's see what's in there. Is it really what he's saying? Sure enough, it's there. Everything, just like he said, it's there. Everything that should not be there is there. If I could take the spiritual shovel and start digging in your heart, after I get past that love and your joy and all that other stuff, could I find deep buried in there some hatred? Can I find some envy? Can I find strife? Can I find something that ought not be there? God said, I search the hearts.
Amen.
I search hearts.
Amen.
That's why I send messages like this.
Amen.
So that you don't think you can get away with that which is in your heart. You got to deal with your heart. The Bible says it's desperately wicked. Who can know it?
Come on now.
What's hidden in your tent? Or may I say heart? Is it items from work? Maybe you're tired. You don't know how to give God an honest 10%. You won't trust God with an honest 10%. Don't get quiet on me. I'm just preaching. What's hidden in your heart?
Yes.
Is it that kind of rebellion? You just refuse to do what God said, and now the kingdom got to suffer? And that's what's going to happen. The kingdom got to suffer because of you. And you know I ain't about no money. If you don't realize that by now, then you need to find another church. It ain't about money here with me. It's about principles. Is there an inappropriate relationship you ought not have? Those of you don't realize I got rid of my Facebook just to stick my head in another book. I'm not saying Facebook is totally wrong, but for me it got out of hand. And I turned it off. And I promised my family, my wife, and my God, I will not turn on Facebook again. If you can handle Facebook, that's fine. You have it. I'm done with it. I don't want it. If I got to keep up with you, then you need to call me. We need to have a relationship. I won't do it through Facebook. So my tenure with Facebook ended because my heart, I want to be pure. Remember, what they brought and laid out before Israel was a mark against the family moving forward. And they had to deal with it. If you don't deal with what's hidden, by the time it's revealed, its consequences can be devastating. So there's hope. Because now, We've dealt with it while it's hidden. It don't have to manifest. Has God found you anywhere in progression of sin? Proverbs 28:13. Come on and stand. I close with this. He that covered his sin, he that covered his sin shall not prosper. But whoso confesses sin and forsaketh them shall have mercy. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. My God is awesome.
Yes, he is.
Thank you, Lord.
He can move mountains.
Yes.
Keep me in the valley.
Yes, Lord.
I want to pray for you. Hallelujah.